Welcome to Hutchins School Talaiga video class. In this video, we are going to learn lesson number 1, that is Introduction to Chemistry. So this is your syllabus, class 6 syllabus, Introduction to Chemistry Elements, Chemistry, Development of Chemistry and Importance, and Laboratory Apparatus. Now we are going to start the lesson number 1, Introduction to Chemistry. First of all, what is science? Science is the study of the nature and behavior of the natural thing and the knowledge. What is science? Science is the study of the nature and behavior of natural things and the knowledge that we obtain about them. So, what are the main branches of science? The 3 main branches of science is physics, chemistry, biology. Now let's see what is physics. Physics is the study of different form of energy, that is light, sound, heat, electrical, etc. And what is chemistry? Chemistry is the study of substance, composition, preparation and reaction. And what is biology? Biology is the study of living organism, etc. For example, plants and animals. Now we are going to learn about 2 branches of chemistry. You are very new for chemistry, but don't worry. We are going to learn about some basic things about chemistry. So here 2 main branches of chemistry are inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry. What is inorganic chemistry? Study of innumerable elements and compounds including metals and non-metal. And what is organic chemistry? Study of specific carbon compounds. Mainly it is built up of carbon and hydrogen atom. We will learn about inorganic and organic chemistry in your higher classes in detailed manner. Now you should know what are the 2 main branches of chemistry, inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry. First apparatus, test tube. It is a glass tube. It has one open and one closed end, and the size varies from about 4 cm to 15 cm. And one more tube is there. A hot glass test tube made up of Pyrex is called a boiling tube. What is the meaning of Pyrex? It is a glass. It has heat resistant and also chemical resistant. It is a hot glass. And what is the function of test tube? It is used for heating the chemicals and studying the reaction in solution. And what is the use of boiling tube? A boiling tube is the heat resistant and also chemical resistant. So it is used for special purposes. Beaker. It is a glass container with a lid. It is available in various sizes. And what is the use of the beaker? It is used for holding, pouring and mixing the solution. Next apparatus, flask. First one, round bottom flask. For gas preparation, where heating is required, we have to use the round bottom flask because the heat is uniformly distributed throughout on heating. And next one, flat bottom flask. For gas preparation, where heating is not required, and hence uniform heat distribution is not necessary. We have to use the flat bottom flask. And next one, conical flask. It is used for storing and mixing the solution. And next one, retort. It is used for carrying out the distillation experiment. And next apparatus, test tube holder. It is a metallic clamp fixed on a wooden handle. What is the use of the test tube holder? It is used for holding a test tube, and the wooden handle at the end being a poor conductor of heat. So it makes holding the test tube holder very easy. And next apparatus, test tube stand. It is a wooden or plastic stand with holes and upright pegs. And what is the function? The test tubes are kept straight through the holes, which are different sizes to hold each test tube. And one more function is there. Washed test tubes can be inverted on the pegs. Retort stand. It contains an iron rod with a rectangular heavy iron base. A clamp is mounted on the rod which can be raised or rotated. And what is the function? What is the use of a retort stand? It holds the apparatus, for example, flask used during the chemical reactions. And the movable clamp can be moved upwards or downwards. Beaker. It is a glass container with a lip. It is available in various sizes. And what is the use of the beaker? It is used for holding, pouring and mixing the solution. This picture shows the distillation method used for collection of gas. But we are not going to learn about the distillation process. Just we are going to learn about what are the apparatus used here. And next apparatus, spirit lamp. It contains a glass pot filled with a spirit, and it has one neck through which passes a cotton wick which soaks up the spirit. And what is the function of the spirit lamp? It is used for heating purposes. And next one, Bunsen burner. It contains a burner tube and air regulator and a base. And what is the use of the Bunsen burner? It also used for heating purposes. And air regulator is a metal cylinder. It is used for regulating the flame. And next apparatus, thistle funnel. It contains a long glass tube with a broad inlet at the top. And what is the, just see the distillation method picture. And what is the use of the thistle funnel? It allows the reactant to enter into the round bottom flask. And one more condition, the end of the thistle funnel should be dipped into the solution. Otherwise, the gases may escape out through the thistle funnel. And next one, delivery tube. It is a thin hollow glass tube. And what is the use of the delivery tube? It transfers the gases from one apparatus to another apparatus. And next apparatus, beehive self. And it is the clay vessel and it has two outlets. One is present on the side and another one is at the top. And what is the use of the beehive self? It is used for collecting the gases by downward displacement of water. And next one, gas jar. It has a long glass jar. It has one closed end and one opened end. And what is the main use of gas jar? For collecting gases by different method. What are they? Downward displacement of water, downward displacement of air, upward displacement of air, and we will study these three types of collecting process later. First apparatus, test tube. It is a glass tube. It has one open and one closed end. And the size varies from about 4 cm to 15 cm. And one more tube is there. A hot glass test tube made up of Pyrex is called a boiling tube. What is the meaning of Pyrex? It is a glass. It has heat resistant and also chemical resistant. It is a hot. And next apparatus, pipette. This pipette is called measuring apparatus because it is used for measuring the liquids by sucking the liquid from the top up to the mark level and closing the open end with the thumb. Then the measured liquid is poured out by removing the thumb. And next one, burette. It is the measuring apparatus used for measuring the liquids by pouring the liquid from the top of the burette up to the marked level. The measured liquid is then removed dropwise by opening the tap below. And next one, measuring cylinder. It is used for measure the definite volume of liquid. Retort stand. It contains an iron rod with a rectangular heavy iron base. A clamp is mounted on the rod which can be raised or rotated. And what is the function? What is the use of a retort stand? It holds the apparatus, for example, flask used during the chemical reactions. And the movable clamp can be moved upwards or downwards. Next one, importance of chemistry in products. Chemistry play an important role in the products. Knowledge of chemistry has initiated production of different products. First one, food. Refined oils, butter, cheese, etc. are obtained through the chemical reactions. Next one, construction. Mortar, cement, glass. These are various chemical compounds. Next one, clothing. Natural fabrics such as silk are made through the chemical reaction. Next one, household. Cooking gas, for example, LPG and food preservatives, utensils, electronic items are involved use of chemistry. Next one, daily usage. Paints, dyes, perfumes, paper, ink. These are all involve chemical reaction. And next one, industrial uses. Metals and alloys which find application in innumerable machines and metallic structure like automobiles involve chemistry. And next one, petroleum. Petrol, kerosene oil, diesel oil are products obtained from the petrol. These all products are involved in the chemistry. So chemistry is very important to in the production of different products. And next apparatus, spirit lamp. It contains a glass pot filled with a spirit and it has one neck through which passes a cotton wick which soaks up the spirit. And what is the function of the spirit lamp? It is used for heating purposes. And next one, burette. And next one, burette. It is the measuring apparatus used for measuring the liquids by pouring the liquid from the top of the burette up to the mark. And next scientist is John Dalton. He is an English scientist. He produced his theory, that is Dalton atomic theory. Next one, food and chemistry. Chemistry play an important role in food preservatives and food processing. First one, we are going to learn about food preservatives. Food preservatives are substance or chemicals added to the food to prevent the decomposition by bacteria or microbes and reduce the risk of foodborne infections and preserve the nutritional quality of food. And what are the type of preservatives? The commonly used preservatives are benzoic acid. It is used in jam, pickles, carbonated drinks. That is, for example, for carbonated drink, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, like that. And next one, nitrates. Nitrate is a chemical. It is used in the meat products. And next one, sulfur compounds. Sulfur compound is a chemical compounds. It is used in the uh, cool drinks, wines, etc. But some preservatives may have side effects. So hence study and further research is required. And next one, food processing. Food processing involves physical or chemical processes to transform the raw ingredients in food into easy usable forms of food available in markets. Raw material in food into easy usable form of food. So what are the process used in the food processing? First one, mincing, cooking, pickling, preservative addition, canning, packaging. What is meant by mincing? Food ingredients are finely divided into uniform pieces. Next one, we will learn cooking, pickling, preservative addition, and canning. What is the meaning of canning? It is a process preservative food sealed in a airtight container. That is called canning. For example of food processing in sugar industry, fish processing, meat packaging, these are all the food processing industries. Next, we are going to learn about cosmetics and chemistry. Chemistry is very important in cosmetic products. First, we are going to learn about cosmetic. What is cosmetic? It enhance or alter the appearance or fragrance of an individual. What is cosmetics? Cosmetics are mixtures of chemical compounds from natural sources or from synthetic sources. What are the main compounds included in the cosmetics? That is zinc oxide, iron oxide, and talc. We well known about talcum powder. We hear every day we are using the talcum powder, so we are very familiar with the word talcum powder. So let's see what is talc. Talcum powder is made from talc. Talc is the softest mineral. It is made up of hydrated magnesium silicate. Hydrated magnesium silicate. So what are the compounds present in the hydrated magnesium silicate? Magnesium, silicon and oxygen. These are all the chemicals. And if you are taking the natural form of talc, it contains asbestos. And what is the effect of asbestos? It will lead cancer. So we will remove the asbestos from the natural form of talc. Then we will use the talcum powder. And what is the use of the talc? It absorbs the moisture, so it keeps the skin dry. Let's see what are the ingredients used in cosmetics. First one, water. Water acts as a solvent. Second one, titanium dioxide or titanium oxide. It is a natural pigment powder. It provides a base for mineral makeup, and also it provides mild sun protection, and also it gives white coloration. And next one, oxide of zinc and iron, that is zinc oxide and iron oxide. It will provide color, and also it acts as a anti-inflammatory. What is the meaning of anti-inflammatory? It fights against the allergy. Next one, emulsifier. Emulsifier are used in creams and lotions to give an even texture. And last one, preservatives. Preservatives extend the shelf life of the cosmetics and also may prevent growth of microorganisms. And next important, clothing. What is clothing? It is a material for covering the body by a fabric. Some fabrics are made by conversion of fibers to synthetic fibers. What is the difference between natural fibers and synthetic fibers? Natural fibers such as cotton, wool, it is directly converted into clothing material. But synthetic fibers such as terylene, nylon, rayon, it undergoes some chemical reaction and then it is used as expensive clothing, for example carpet. And next we are going to learn about terylene. What is terylene? It is a synthetic polyester fiber or fabric formed by addition of polyester to the natural fiber. For example, cotton. Cotton is a natural fiber. So, uh, Terylene means it is a synthetic polyester. What is the meaning of polyester? Polyester fiber. It is a strong fiber. It is resistant to most chemicals. So it quickly drying. So it is the meaning of polyester fiber. So what is terylene? It is a synthetic polyester fiber or fabric formed by addition of the polyester to the natural fiber. And next we and two more synthetic fabrics are there. First one, rayon. It is a regenerated cellulose fiber. It is used for bed sheet, carpet, etc. And one more, nylon. Nylon is it is an artificial synthetic fiber. It is used in fabrics, ropes, brushes, etc. And next importance, chemicals as medicines. What is medicines? Medicines are natural or synthetic substance which when taken in a living body affects its functioning and treat or prevent a disease. We are using the medicine to prevent the disease. Chemistry allows the researchers to create new drugs which fight against a disease. And first medicine is aspirin. Did you ever hear this word aspirin? Yes, we hear this word. It is a medicine to treat pain, fever, and some allergies. And aspirin given shortly after a heart attack may decrease the risk of death. It is generally not recommended in children with infections, but it is one of the most widely used medicine in the universe. But it has some side effect. It may include upset stomach and stomach ulcer, etc. And next one, paracetamol. Paracetamol is used to treat the pain and fever, and it also used in low back pain, headaches, and for dental use. And it is very safe at recommended doses, but too high a dose may result in liver problems. Other some medicines are there. First one, antacids. It is used for acidity and upset stomach. And next one, iron supplement and vitamin B12. It is used for anemia. What is mean by anemia? Deficiency of red cell in the blood. And next one, antibacterials. It is used for conjunctivitis. What is the meaning of conjunctivitis? Pink eye. It is also called by it is formed by bacteria. Next, we are going to learn about chemical in industries. First one, soaps. Soap are substance used with water for cleaning and washing and are made from a compound of vegetable oils or animal fat along with sodium or potassium hydroxide. Sodium and potassium hydroxide is a chemical and vegetable oil and animal fat is the natural products. So it is obtained from the vegetable oils and animal fat along with the sodium or potassium hydroxide. And next one, detergent. Detergent or synthetic water soluble cleaning agent that unlike soap, because soap is made up of vegetable oils and fat, natural product, but the detergent are prepared from petroleum product. Petroleum product is the synthetic product. It is so the detergent is obtained from the petroleum product along with the sodium or potassium hydroxide. let's see what are the ingredients used in cosmetics. First one, water. Water acts as a solvent. Second one, titanium dioxide or titanium oxide. It is a natural pigment powder. It provides a base for mineral makeup, and also it provides mild sun protection, and also it gives white coloration. And next one, oxide of zinc and iron, that is zinc oxide and iron oxide. It will provide color, and also it acts as a anti-inflammatory. What is the meaning of anti-inflammatory? It fight against the allergy. Next one, emulsifier. Emulsifier are used in creams and lotions to. And next one, here two pictures are there. Check the ingredients. What are the chemical used in these products? Just check the what are the ingredients used here. Begin the packaging in food and common household product in your house. And two more synthetic fabrics are there. First one, rayon. It is a regenerated cellulose fiber. It is used for bed sheet, carpet, etc. And one more, nylon. Nylon is it is an artificial synthetic fiber. It is used in fabrics, ropes, brushes, etc. Students.